I like to break sleep issues into kind of two categories. There are people who have trouble falling asleep and people who have trouble staying asleep. I look at melatonin as a health-promoting, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory molecule. My favorite way to use melatonin recently for myself, as someone who's always been a little bit lackluster when it comes to falling asleep efficiently, is using a combination of sublingual melatonin for onset, as well as I would like to talk today for a bit of a shorter one. And this is a little bit of value, a little bit of a tidbit I think I can throw in for a situation that comes up a pretty decent amount of time in my coaching for my clients. I want to talk today about sublingual melatonin. Now, when working with people on the things that they are dealing with in their day-to-day life that is impacting either their overall subjective well-being or their response to TRT, sleep is a big issue. And the overconsumption of caffeine, the overconsumption of nicotine, other prescription stimulants, not getting enough sunlight, not getting enough exercise, getting too much light in the evening, not having a proper evening wind-down routine, not having a proper comfortable room for sleeping. All of these factors are much more important than supplemental interventions to try to sleep better. However, there are a huge amount of people who have these areas covered off and still have trouble with sleep. Now, this may be to do with shift work. This may be to do with traveling for work, spending a lot of times on work sites, having to sleep at work, traveling for work in hotels, or having young kids, getting woken up throughout the night, or for people who simply have a lot of trouble switching their mind off at the end of the day, either due to how their brain is wired or that maybe they've got some stressful shit going on in life. There can be a variety of reasons why someone may not sleep well, or why someone may be going through a period where they are having trouble with sleep. And I like to break sleep issues into kind of two categories. There are people who have trouble falling asleep and people who have trouble staying asleep. And when we're looking at supplements or things to add to these scenarios, different things work better or worse for one or the other. And most things work well for both. But the one that I particularly want to talk about today is sublingual melatonin for sleep onset, which means falling asleep. Now, as a lot of people know, as well as the team at Victory Men's Health, who follow the work of Dr. Neil Rouzier at WorldLink, melatonin is one of the most beneficial and therapeutic molecules, as well as cheap and accessible, that we can use as humans. I've recently seen there was a fear-mongering, complete and utter nonsense review saying that melatonin led to a 90% increase in heart attacks. This is just complete nonsense, and anyone who actually reads the study would conclude the same thing. But there has been a bit of a social media warpath against melatonin, which I do wonder where this has come from, whether it's simply a lack of understanding and ignorance, or whether there is some kind of special interest agenda funding against such a therapeutic and effective molecule. But maybe that's a topic for another platform or another day. As you all know, I'm a big fan of melatonin, particularly the micronized melatonin. And when it can be micronized and sustained release, I think this is the gold standard of melatonin, whether it is a high quality pharmaceutical grade over-the-counter version, such as microactive, or whether it is compounded by your clinic, such as Victory Men's Health or your local doctor, in a micronized sustained release capsule that allows you to have a increased bioavailability due to the micronization of melatonin, allowing it to absorb in the gastrointestinal tract and not be pulverized by first-pass metabolism in the liver. But it also allows you to absorb more of it because you have a longer area under the curve. And Dr. John Laurent, who wrote a book called Melatonin Miracle Molecule, has shown why and how this is so important, because your body has more capacity to be receiving melatonin signaling, which allows you to essentially net more of the antioxidant effect, plus the prolonged release and absorption through the gastrointestinal tract allows for sleep maintenance, staying asleep. But what I've found myself, as well as a number of my clients and colleagues, is that when it comes to sleep onset, falling asleep, melatonin's really not that effective. And I've never really thought that it was. I look at melatonin as a health promoting, antioxidant, anti inflammatory molecule that's part of the circadian rhythm that also helps with sleep. But I wouldn't really call it a sleep aid. I really see it shine as a sleep aid when it is augmented with other things that in isolation may not be that effective, but when combined are. So I've recently developed a signature supplement pack with Victory Men's Health, which combines a blend of magnesium with things like theanine and inositol and a few other calming agents, which is very well tolerated. Or it can also be very beneficial for sleep when combined with things like CBD, phosphatidylserine, and other sleep-promoting nutraceuticals. Now, the reason why I like sublingual melatonin is a couple of reasons. One is that it can be difficult for people to get access to a high-strength, high-quality, micronized form of melatonin orally. There's a couple of brands online. I prefer the one Quality of Life, which you can get on iHerb, which is 5 milligrams. This is the highest strength of micronized melatonin I've seen available over the counter. However, sublingual melatonin can also be compounded from your pharmacy and can be purchased over the counter.
If you've just started TRT, it is completely normal to feel overwhelmed and confused. There's a lot of new territory to cover, and there is a lot of conflicting information. I wrote TRT 101 so that you can have everything that you need to know in an instruction manual in one place that you can refer back to, that you can have all the questions answered before they even come up. TRT 101 is my best practice approach for TRT from start to finish, and it contains everything that you need to avoid all the challenges and pitfalls that I've seen come up in my clients over the last 5 years. You can check it out via the link below.
And my favorite way to use melatonin recently for myself, as someone who's always been a little bit lackluster when it comes to falling asleep efficiently, just due to an overactive mind, is using a combination of sublingual melatonin for onset, as well as a micronized oral version for the antioxidant effects and sleep maintenance. And the reason why I like this sublingual melatonin is that it can have additional use cases. So, for example, if you get woken up by your young child at 1 or 2 in the morning because they need to use the bathroom, and you have to turn the lights on and, engage in the conversation. So when you come back to bed at 1:30, 2 a.m., you're very much awake and on. This is when a sublingual melatonin can be very effective because you can get it in and out of the system to re-signal your body to go to sleep. But then when the alarm goes off at 6 or 7 a.m., you're actually going to be ready and awake. It can also be very helpful, though, when used in a higher dose to support sleep onset. And this is due to the rapid peaking of the sublingual formulation, as well as the much higher bioavailability than regular oral non-micronized forms. So the brand that I actually prefer to use, and I'm going to pull this up to make sure I get it right, it's called Superior Source. If you can't get it compounded from your local pharmacy or from your local clinic, you can buy a very clean, very minimally, there's virtually no additives, there's no flavors, it's quite chalky. And you just take one of these little tablets and you let it dissolve under your tongue for 3 or 4 minutes. And then you've got 25 milligrams of melatonin sublingually mainlined straight into the bloodstream. And this is very cheap, this is very effective, and this is something that for people who get the morning grogginess from melatonin, they may be able to also avoid that because it metabolizes a lot faster. So I do not think that it's a battle between saying, is sublingual melatonin better or is oral micronized melatonin better? It's not like that. It's saying, well, would I prefer the chocolate chip cookie or the snickerdoodle cookie? They're both good. Which one's better? Depends. What do I feel like? Both are good. Both are unhealthy. Cookie analogy, not the best thing for a health channel, but it's the first thing that came to my head. So I like the combination of both, and I think if people are wanting to improve sleep onset while also get the optimal benefits of melatonin, using a combination of sublingual and micronized can be very effective. However, if people are simply only looking to have something to support sleep onset, the sublingual melatonin option may be a better idea. If people are purely just looking to maximize the health, longevity, antioxidant benefits of melatonin, I think a oral micronized version is going to be the way to go. But they are not mutually exclusive compounds, and using them in combination is very effective. Now, if you are going to get this prescribed from your clinic or from a pharmacy, I do recommend getting quadruple the dose compounded in a troche and then simply cutting it into quarters. There's no need to take such a large amount of this sublingual product, and it can very simply be prescribed at, if you're wanting to use 25 milligrams, you could get a 100 milligram troche prescribed, cut it into quarters. That means that the product is going to last you 4 times the amount of time, and it will dissolve more efficiently in the mouth because there's less filler for your saliva to burn through. So sublingual melatonin, micronized melatonin, both good, both effective. And if you would like to try something to help with sleep onset rather than sleep maintenance, sublingual melatonin is worth your consideration. The Superior Source brand I recommended makes 5 milligram and 25 milligrams, so you could try both. They're very cheap. You could get a bottle of each and give it a go. So I hope that helped, and I will see you all on the next one. What is testosterone optimization therapy? This is optimizing testosterone levels rather than simply just replacing them. The provider will need to intrinsically understand how testosterone works and how the human body works. So when you follow this process of optimizing testosterone gradually, it allows the patient to acclimatize